Remember walking to school with book bags. Remember staying at home cause you was bad. Remember the stuff that you never could have. Remember the good things never did last.
Remember that. Going to school with no bag.
Remember that.
Watching them do this, now doing that.
Remember that.
Smoking weed and wearing rags.
Remember that.
With my first name brand set.
Remember that. I remember when I shot the sawed off. It backfired, down to put my eyes out. I was only 15 at the time, running with gangbangers and slanging dimes. Remember waking up early from skipping school, teachers calling your house, telling on you. I went to bouncing to flipping on trampolines, from weighing quarters to ounces on triple beams. Remember staying up all damn night, we just trying to make money and get it right. Remember running back and forth to cars, trying to make you a sale cause it was hard. Remember saying that you wish you was rich, smoking blunts, getting drunk with the clique. See, we was hurting at the time, and look at us now, nigga, we all rhyme. Remember walking to school with book bags. Remember staying at home cause you was bad. Remember the stuff that you never could have. Remember the good things never did last.
Remember that. Going to school with no bag.
Remember that.
Watching them do this, now doing that.
Remember that.
Smoking weed and wearing rags.
Remember that.
With my first name brand set.
Remember that.
Remember riding the school bus looking sad. Remember watching your mother cuss out your dad. Remember drinking the Kool-Aid, everyone's mad. Remember if you didn't tell, they whoop your ass. Remember all you could wear was pro wings. Nigga could wait until we turn to a team, so I can go and hustle, get my own thing. Look at me now, you can't stop the bling bling. Remember go with your cousins for the weekend. Remember stayed in the fight, that's why you had no friends. Remember y'all back cool the next day. Man, I don't know, that's the way we used to play. Remember right up the hill, let's get some bites. I'm knocking out the first white boy in my sight. Man, we stayed in trouble cause we was from the projects. But all the other hoods, y'all stay getting wrecked.
Remember walking to school with book bags. Remember staying at home cause you was bad. Remember the stuff that you never could have. Remember the good things never did last.
Remember that. Going to school with no bag.
Remember that.
Watching them do this, now doing that.
Remember that.
Smoking weed and wearing rags.
Remember that.
With my first name brand set.
I remember that.
Posting up on 53rd Street. When I was young, I never knew nothing about no heat. I remember my big brother said I can't go. I stayed home watching cars pass by, screaming bingo. And when they left, I used to get mad, but that's alright because at night we playing freeze tag. I remember I always used to wanna fight, until the first time my police had to read my rights. I remember getting caught in a stolen car, but when my mama came, they had to drop the charge. Yeah, I was so geeked when I heard the news. She took me home, my nephew was watching Blues Clues Part 2. If it's a chick around, believe we ran up in her. On Friday nights we used to go dance at the Civic Center. But it's all good cause I'm gonna make it out this crazy life. The next time I do something, I'm gonna think twice.
Remember walking to school with book bags. Remember staying at home cause you was bad. Remember the stuff that you never could have. Remember the good things never did last.
Remember that. Going to school with no bag.
Remember that.
Watching them do this, now doing that.
Remember that.
Smoking weed and wearing rags.
Remember that.
With my first name brand set.
Remember that.
Remember acting bad and get suspended. You wanna go home cause you knew the consequences. I went from bad to being good. Up in the hood every day wishing I could. Remember you and your thugs were so tight. Knocked his pencil off his shoulder to see a fight. Remember when you had to wait your turn, and we was young and loved the clothes burn. Remember cursing out people and acting hard. Get in trouble, get wood with a stitch and cord. Remember riding on bikes and jumping ramps, and it was time we was spending food stamps. Remember playing nigga knocking and getting chased, hiding the weed second cars on stage. Remember hooping and playing up on the crate. Your birthday you get chased with your cake.
Remember walking to school with book bags. Remember staying at home cause you was bad. Remember the stuff that you never could have. Remember the good things never did last.
Remember that. Going to school with no bag.
Remember that.
Watching them do this, now doing that.
Remember that.
Smoking weed and wearing rags.
Remember that?
With my first name, Branson.
Remember that?